Greetings, I am at chess.com battling the billionaire bots, and this one is Gill Bates. There's a really cool tactic for endgame. This one's rated 1500, Gill Bates is, and if you hang with me to the end, I want to show you some good endgame tactics because honestly was actually fairly evenly matched, and I made a few mistakes. I'll try to point those out, but it really came down to a good in-game strategy, just like my previous game. So if you hang with me to the end, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Now this is an opening I like. Matter of fact, I think I used this in my last game too. That's just a standard book opening, but I like messing up my opponent's pawn structure. I do have a hanging pawn, but I'm about to take care of that. So remember, in the beginning, just try to control the center and develop your minor pieces. Your major pieces will get developed, your two rooks and your queen will get developed later on after the opening. So I go ahead, my white squared bishop is gone, so I go ahead and now this is protected there, and I'm free to move my bishop as I see fit. Okay, and kick that bishop out of there, and I like being lined up here because remember I said even if we're equal in material, I like to mess up my opponent's pawn structure. That definitely gives you the advantage. And now, the advantage I have, even though we're even in material, my opponent has two double stacked pawn and has an isolated pawn up against the edge of the board there. So I definitely have the advantage there. But I do make a handful of mistakes too, I confess. So I don't like my knight being on the edge of the board because it controls less squares than if it's away from the edge of the board. But I was really trying to get something working, attacking the fact that this king is on a semi-open file. Now it's semi-open because there's only one pawn on it. If there were two pawns on it like this, then it would be a closed file. So this is a semi-open file. I thought maybe I could get something going there. Okay, so just some exchanges, and you want to so here what I really need to do is it'd be nice if I could get these rooks lined up and working together. Remember, one piece by itself can't do much. You need the help of two pieces working together. Okay, so I don't like the fact that these are now unstacked. However, I was willing to make that trade just to try to get my rooks connected in some way. And so now I've got them connected, but it's closed up pretty good. Semi-open file, but it's pretty well protected by my opponent. I hate stepping in front of what I just did with connecting, but at this point I need to get the king in the game. Sometimes it's a natural habit to try to take your king and tuck him away or something, but all things being equal, get your king out there and get him to work. So just wanted to show there's a check. I know that I have this situation that I have to deal with very close to queening, but I'm able to take a pawn, protect this at the same time, and cause a check. So there I did do the exchange just so I could get rid of that pawn. Now this one is a problem for me. However, the idea is you want your major piece behind your pawn, and then you promote your pawn. So this is Gill Bates is a little out of order, so I wasn't completely threatened by this, but something to definitely keep an eye on. I definitely don't want to see this rook get behind the pawn because then it can for sure promote. Okay, so now that I've got that dealt with, now this is the thing. I have this king, my opponent's king, cut off, and I have a pawn on this side. So this king can never get to this pawn. So now I'm looking, and this is kind of the whole point of why I'm making this video, is I'm mostly free to go ahead and promote. I just have one obstacle that might get in my way, but I think I can shut it down pretty quick. So that's what I had my sights on. Now I chose this square so that I can cut off that escape route. Okay, I don't want to sit there and play all this do-si-do game. I want to cut off that escape route, which leads to my victory. Okay, and so now, sorry about that. With this and this being owned by me, And then now that's it. So yeah, I hope that helps. Chess.com, they're bots, a lot of fun, zero pressure. You can try new things. The biggest takeaway from this is use your pieces together. And I'm sorry about my whining dog in the background if the audience can hear him. But yeah, use your pieces together, get your king in the game, and cut off your opponent's king. And if you're trying to promote a pawn, get your major piece under the pawn. I hope that helps. I hope you enjoyed the video. And thank you so much for watching. And as always, have a great day.